Ubisoft has been relying on Assassin's Creed Shadows to be their big moneymaker of the year because Skull and Bones was a quadruple A failure, X-Defiant was not the Call of Duty killer they were expecting, Star Wars Outlaws had underwhelming sales, but now we're finding out that Assassin's Creed Shadows, their biggest game of the year, has been delayed into 2025. They decided to announce this via a very generic statement instead of really giving us a lot of details. It's basically, you'll get the game when you get the game. They said, "Dear players, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us, finally bringing the series to feudal Japan with many features developed with our community in mind, such as parkour or renewed stealth brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world." They're trying to damage control. Let's be honest. They have faced so much backlash over this game, from the inaccurate architecture to the decisions they've made with characters like Yasuke, who in real life was more of a retainer than a full-blown samurai. Of course, we just saw the controversy with the statue that they're doing of Yasuke in Noe, where there is a one-legged Tori behind them, of course, which is a relic from World War II. It was unfortunately damaged and became that way during the Nagasaki devastation, which had infuriated Japanese players. I mean, problem after problem with this game. So they're trying to say, oh my god, we've got so much lined up for this game. But it doesn't really seem like a lot of people are that excited. It continues, though, with saying this is an ambitious addition to the franchise, a rich experience that can be lived through the eyes of two unique protagonists, but we need more time to polish and refine the experience, pushing further some of our key features. As such, we've made the decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025, and the game will release on a broad range of platforms, including Steam at launch. Additionally, pre-orders will be refunded, and all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free. That, in my opinion, is the giant red flag here, that they are refunding pre-orders, and all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free, which, hey, if you're not delivering when you've promised, sure, I think that it's good that you're refunding pre-orders, but this to me screams that the game is nowhere near done, and they are going to need significantly more time to finish it, that this is not in fact going to be releasing in February. Imagine if every time a game like Cyberpunk 2077 was delayed, they had refunded, delayed, refunded, delayed, refunded. That's just not the way that companies work. So maybe they're trying to refund these pre-orders and have this line of communication with customers saying, we do care about your money, but every decision they've made leading up to this point has proven otherwise. So that to me just screams that it really is nowhere near done, and that it's not actually going to release in February. Either way, though, this is not good news for Ubisoft. They had been facing major stock tanks. They've been facing a massive amount of criticism, and we had just heard only 2 days ago that they were canceling the previews at Tokyo Game Show. And if this was coming out, even if it's a couple of months after they initially intended, you'd still think they'd show off a portion of it at Tokyo Game Show to try to garner some amount of hype. They wouldn't just leave the, shill critics in the dust. But so far, this announcement has not been going over extremely positively. There are a ton of people who are saying, yikes, this doesn't sound very good for Ubisoft. And of course, I have to agree, this was supposed to be a big release for 2024, and just a few weeks ago we saw their stocks tanking. Now we're seeing this delay. It to me just seems like they are in a very bad position right now, so I will be keeping my eye on this to see if anyone else affiliated with the project makes a statement or tries to basically damage control. But for now, that's all that I really had to highlight for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.